We are looking at mostly cloudy skies today. 30% chance for some rain and a high of 63. Later tonight, we're looking at some clouds. 80% chance for some rain with a low down to 45. Friday, much of the same. Some small chance for rain and partly cloudy skies. We got that going for us.
And if you're interested in seeing behind the scenes and hearing us chit chat behind, some of the commercials that are playing, check it out. We're on Facebook right now, live on video. We're on YouTube and we're on X. Just go to your social media of choice and tune in.
Absolutely.
We do tell stories and give you exclusive content, and you can see me make hand gestures.
Yeah, you do.
Somebody called out hand gestures yesterday.
You do talk with your hands. I do too, but you do like all kinds of stuff. You're like, yeah, there's a plane flying over.
That's my stretch. That's my morning stretch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a lot to get to here this morning. Let's find out what's happening in the news.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Some of the local news stories we're covering for you today. Berrien County leaders are still waiting on a permit to dredge the St. Joseph River this year. Berrien County Community Development Director Dan Fetty has been working with the city of St. Joseph, the St. Joseph Township, and the city of Benton Harbor to collect funding for the permit application to the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy. Fetty has told county commissioners there's a short window during which the river can be dredged due to the sturgeon spawning season that typically starts in May. Berrien County Administrator Brian Doucette tells us the permit is still not in place and no mechanism for paying for the actual dredging should they get the permit has been identified. Fetty's thought was that the local marinas and slip owners would step up to cover the cost, but Doucette says many details of that won't be worked out until the permit is approved. He added the scope of the problem also won't be known until then. The areas of concern are near the Tacklehaven docks and around the island where the observed depth is too shallow to allow boats to pass. If the dredging effort drags into May, then the county could apply for a waiver that would still allow the dredging to occur despite the normal restrictions. Legislation from State Representative Joey Andrews to regulate short-term rentals has gotten its first committee hearing in Lansing. Andrews testified yesterday about the package before the Local Government and Municipal Finance Committee. He said his legislation enshrines the right of local governments to zone and restrict short-term rentals, although it doesn't allow outright bans on the properties. Andrews explained what happens in some communities where short-term vacation rental properties just take over.
It raises housing prices, makes it hard for people to afford housing in a lot of these communities, which means our seasonal workers who are necessary for serving our tourism industry don't necessarily have the ability to live in the communities they're working in anymore. And as those folks have less and less ability to live in our communities, we're seeing our restaurants and businesses become increasingly seasonal, which then increasingly makes it a less desirable place for permanent residents to live.
Andrews said a short-term rental registry that the legislation would create could allow communities to keep track of and respond to complaints about short-term rentals. He added that the 6% tax on short-term rentals created by the package would also enable communities to recoup a portion of their costs of having vacation rentals in town. There to testify in favor of the legislation was a city council member from Saugatuck who said it would help pay for park improvements. The legislation has the backing of the Michigan Municipal League and is being opposed by real estate groups. And enrollment at Lakeshore Public Schools is down this year just slightly, but it is like many of the schools across Michigan. At a meeting of the Lakeshore Public Schools Board of Education this week, District CFO Tracy Althouse told trustees enrollment this year is at 2,669 students. That's compared to 2,686 last year.
While you see above that enrollment has slightly decreased, we have outpaced our projections that we have done by Dr. Fred Gnatovich. So again, while you see that trend, we also are typically better than those projections.
Althouse showed numbers reflecting an enrollment decline trend that has continued since the 2014-2015 school year when they had about 2,800 students at Lakeshore. However, she said the district has budgeted for such losses and programs have not yet been affected.
While the state is decreasing and we're slightly decreasing, we do still see positives. We're beating the projected amount that we think that will be down. It was very good this year.
They're also projecting losses for next year, although Alt House said the district usually beats its projections. Student enrollment is key for every public school district because their state allocation is based on how many butts are in seats. They call it the pupil count, but
yeah, butts and seats count doesn't fly.
But it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
One more story. Southwest Michigan Steelheaders is busy planning the next Trolling with the Troops event, which is scheduled for June 21st and 22nd.
Good people.
That's right. The tradition brings together boat captains and veterans for a day of camaraderie, fishing, and celebrations. As part of the Trolling with the Troops effort, veterans from Southwest Michigan are invited on a fishing trip in Lake Michigan, followed by an evening of appreciation featuring a catered meal, prizes, guest speakers, live entertainment. Southwest Michigan Steelheaders says everyone will meet June 22nd at the designated dock locations along the St. Joe River in Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. And throughout the day, participants will reel in the excitement. Get that? Reel in the excitement as they compete in the Big Fish contest and enjoy, of course, the beauty of Lake Michigan.
Yeah, it's a great group. Great group of people that put that all together.
Yeah, and there's nothing like fishing.
Absolutely.
That's great. So we have that story on our website if you want more details at WSJM.com.
Nice.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf will catch us up with sports here in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Police forces in 6 cities across 4.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Guten Morgen.
Is there an echo?
No, I think I'm gonna listen.
Did we get it right this time? Hello? Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody listening on the live stream. We are here behind the scenes.
No, I think we're good.
Are we good today?
I think we're good. Yeah.
We're here to give you exclusive content.
Doing a little bit of a test. No, what I was listening, and there's a slight delay when I was watching on our Facebook page, and of course, right when I was listening was when you were going, hello. Great, thanks, Ken. Remind me not to have you be the person to test microphones.
I am the
for
tech
me.
test genius. Hello.
You know, I do this too because I run sound for a ton of different events and schools and things like that, and so I try not to be that guy, but I swear every time I pick up a microphone, I always go test 1 2 test 1 2 instead of saying something else. I should probably
say. I've thought about this very thing. What would you say?
Sometimes I just go hello, hey, or I go hey.
Oh dear. In my mind, I have justified the word test.
Yeah, because
it gets check 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it gets your pops. You see if you're popping. What's that? Sibilance.
The sibilance. Yeah.
But the 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Why do we do the 1, 2, 3?
Because you're just doing you give an opportunity for people to check the things on the other side of it. Of like, okay, just count to 10. Do something. Count to 10. Because you don't want to distract the people who are testing.
Right.
So you just do standard stuff. That's my mind's justification. But I also throw jokes in there too.
I'll do things like when I'm on Zoom with people because to check and see if there's a delay.
Yeah.
I'll look, go on the screen. I'll go 1, 2, 3. So to see if there's any sort of delay on there.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I also throw in knock jokes.
Knock jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of knock?
Orange? You
jokes?
Glad I didn't say banana?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Carla says no echo. So that's good.
Hello, Bill.
Dwayne's
Carla,
watching.
Dwayne.
I hung out with Dwayne yesterday.
Oh, hello, Dwayne.
Good morning, Bill.
Diane.
And Bill saying good morning to everybody else. So good morning. Everybody's got their doctor. Good morning.
It's a great crew.
Always learning with our friends from Barry and Risa going on our terrestrial radio right now. Bill says in school we said A, B, C.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. I guess you could say your ABC. Yeah, I guess that's if you did all the ABCs or at least a section of it, you'd get all the consonants and the pops and all that other stuff in there. So yeah, I guess if there's any sound guys like that listen, Tell me why you do, or where you think the origin of the test 1 2,
Yeah.
all that stuff came in. I feel like there's just got to be another phrase. Like there should be like a little paragraph of some kind, or a couple sentences that you do.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
That's for warm-ups and tongue twisters.
Oh,
you know, you're a newsman.
Yeah.
Do you ever do any
No.
vocal warm-ups, like especially if
I'll
you're gonna
hum.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You don't do any, like,
Mm.
just to make sure you don't flub and mess up words and skip. See, I have a
No.
problem where I have to wake my tongue up. So I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes if I'm back there preparing the news and it's like really fresh content that I haven't
Mhm.
looked at yet, I will read it aloud once just to make sure that it flows right. Because
Sure.
anytime I'm reading something aloud and there's a stumble, you can probably figure that there's a better way to write it.
Right. Yeah, or like there's a comma or period that could be
Yeah.
put in there to change something up.
I'm a big fan of the double hyphen.
Ooh, the double. You don't see the double hyphen.
I
enough.
love the double hyphen because it feels like a better pause than the comma. This is the exclusive backstage content.
You know, you don't see in news reports. You don't see the semicolon enough.
I think they could. You're right. They should use more semicolons. I love the semicolon.
Yeah.
It's an underused punctuation.
Dwayne says he does. Visa, MasterCard, check.
Check, please. Check, please.
There you go. I like it. Yeah, so we've had some good conversations already this morning. We've talked about the 911 outage that was happening across the nation in, well, a number of states, that is. Not here in Michigan. We didn't have
No reports of any 911 outage in Michigan. So is the first thing we looked for. But again, 4 states suffering the same outage on the same day.
Yeah.
That's kind of fishy. And, you know, we're getting a lot more of these cybersecurity attack reports from foreign entities, including Russia.
Well, that's
China.
what had me worried. That I'm sure there will be obviously an investigation and a conversation about the whole thing, because your emergency services of all kinds, radio included into that, is those channels of emergency information and also contact. Those are supposed to never break down. So when you're not able to do certain things, then we got to figure out why.
Have you seen the new James Bond movie trailer?
But they haven't picked a James Bond yet. Wait, how is there a trailer?
You were talking about Taylor Swift's new album that's coming out.
Yeah, they leaked. There was alleged leaks of the songs, but it was all AI.
But it was all AI. Well, there's a fake Bond movie trailer starring I don't know how you pronounce his last name, Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, Superman,
the guy from Witcher and
Superman.
Yeah. But it's a fake Bond movie trailer starring him.
Okay.
And it's been racking up millions of views despite being a total fake. The Bond 26 trailer introduces Cavill as the new Bond using a mix of footage from other movies and artificial intelligence. It also has Margot Robbie as the Bond girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like she's too big now to be a Bond girl, because the Bond girl usually was that sort of you had you had Halle Berry at one point. She was great, and she was popular, of course, at that time, and well, since she came onto the scene basically. But she was probably one of the first Bond girls of recent time that I was like, she's too big of a star to be a Bond girl. Usually it's a supporting, or it's like a great time to introduce a new character.
Absolutely. But
remember Jane Seymour?
Oh yeah.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. She was in one of those movies, and she was young in one of those movies. That one was, I believe it was a Roger Moore, one of the Roger Moore ones. And I'm
looking it up. Let's see. I bet our online people.
Yeah, does anybody remember the Jane
Was it
Seymour?
Live and Let Die? Was that it?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think so.
Yeah, she plays the main Bond girl, Solitaire.
Nice. Good catch.
Yeah, AI. My one of my sons, Samuel, yesterday, and I were talking about
Mhm.
AI, and I love the pictures you can come up with.
Yeah.
And he gave me a new AI site that generates pictures, and it has all kinds of different options. You can do everything from a cinematic
Mhm.
to a 1920s camera photo
Oh,
of
cool.
what the AI looks like,
Mhm.
and all kinds of different stuff. There was even like a what's the Pokemon art style?
Anime?
Anime, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was an anime style,
That's cool.
and so I put in Space Cowboy playing guitar
Oh, yeah?
and sent him the photo, and he said, "Oh, that's really cool, Dad."
Wow. Yeah, when we did,
So AI is fun.
it is fun because when we did, Willy Wonka at the high school,
Hmm.
the Dwayne, he's the tech director
Oh,
over there
okay.
at the school, and his brother ran lights, and we did video projections. What was so cool is that you were able to figure out like, okay, well, we need to be in the candy factory.
Yep.
So of course we'll have some set pieces and stuff, but we need to put something on the projector screen. And it was like you pretty much could tell him, "Hey, I want to do this," and he would just go into the AI and ask, "Hey, make me this, blah 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 blah." Boom! Within seconds, he had a background that we could use.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I can do it. Pretty much anything you
So he's
want to
just sitting
do.
up there in the thing and just
Type it in.
and there it
Boom,
is.
ready to go."
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So which makes, I mean,
Although set designers are hating this.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, all the people that, I mean, but it saves so much. You think about the
Time and
time
money.
and money is like before you had to order all the big backdrops and you had to fly those in and do all that stuff. So yeah, it's been a definite game changer for just setting the scene for stuff.
Mhm. I like it. I do worry sometimes about the imagination that it might curtail.
Yeah.
I like the imagination.
Yep. Yeah, because we rely on all that stuff so much. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna have AI do it.
Yeah, and it's because it's looking back at the internet for the last several years or however long they programmed
Yeah.
to go look back for. Then you kind of see this. I wonder and worry sometimes if you're going to see a stall in creativity because we're relying on everything. It's like, oh yeah, well, after 2021, we didn't really see much new. It was just relying on the old stuff and mixing it up.
Speaking of relying on the old stuff, we were talking earlier about the Kelsey brothers and how Jason Kelsey lost his
so
Super Bowl
gross.
ring in a vat of chili or a big pool of chili.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey, speaking of breaking out old stuff,
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey is going to host a new show on Amazon Prime, and it's going to be Are You Smart? It's not Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader, but it's basically that. It's Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, he's going to host the thing. Amazon Prime announced that he'll host this new game show, Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? And it'll get 20 star-studded episodes. So there you go.
That could go one of two ways really quick.
Make the celebrities seem dumb?
Well, yeah, I know celebrity wants to go on there to feel dumb. So you're
Right.
going to get the smart celebrities and they're all going to be like, oh yeah, we're super smart.
Sure. It'll probably, my guess is it'll be like Celebrity Jeopardy and Celebrity Wheel of Fortune and all the celebrity things. It'll be easy questions for all parts. So it'll probably be fun. And I'm sure there'll be charity involved and all this other stuff. But yeah, so he's gonna start hosting. Man, he and his brother are getting all kinds of people calling. They may have to just both move to LA because
oh no,
with Travis doing all this stuff on Amazon Prime, my guess is most of it's going to be during the off season.
Yeah,
because he's still playing. Jason, on the other hand, he just retired, so he can pretty much go wherever he wants.
Yeah,
because he's getting people from, I think almost all of the sports networks are calling him because they want him to be a correspondent in one of their panels. You know, their Sunday football things.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. He's of course entertaining and fun. So yeah, he's gonna get a big paycheck eventually. I would rather have him in the booth than Tom Brady. I like Tom Brady.
Wow.
But I would take Jason Kelsey over
Brady
Tom
seems
Brady.
Quite polished. Maybe that's what you don't like about him.
No, he seems polished in what he does, but I just don't know how he's going to do in the booth as a color commentator.
Okay.
I don't know. He's got a lot of knowledge, of course. He's a smart guy. He's a quarterback. He's of course has a ton of success as a multi Super Bowl winner.
Mhm.
I don't think he's ever lost a Super Bowl ring. And even if he does, it doesn't matter because he's got 7 of them. But yeah, I don't know. I still just don't know about Tom Brady as a color commentator. I'll have to wait and see. I think he starts this season with a huge contract that he got. But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, John says it reminds me of the movie I, Robot. You seen that one?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's the Will Smith one.
Yeah, Will Smith's in that one. That's a really good one. I like that one.
I would say, yeah. Out of a lot of those futuristic robot movies, that one for sure. Because that gave me that kind of vibe. The Harrison Ford, not Total Recall.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
It gave me that Blade Runner vibe.
I love that. I love
like nobody believes me.
Yeah.
But he thinks I'm crazy. But really, this is the real problem.
Wow. Yeah, the robots that they're introducing, some of them helped along with AI, are getting scarier and scarier.
Why you gotta make them fast? Why do you gotta make them fast? And why you gotta make them ones that can jump? And they're like, oh yeah, this can jump 2 stories in one single jump. It's like, really?
Yeah. There's a Israel-based company called Menti Robotics that has unveiled what they've been working on for the last 2 years in a very stealth type mode.
Yeah.
It's a humanoid robot called Mentibot.
Mentibot.
It's still a prototype.
Okay.
It's been designed to target household and warehouse applications with AI technologies. Yeah.
Do they still have humans running like the Amazon warehouses?
There are humans in there,
but not as many.
Not as many, because you've got the robots that can just go onto the shelf, grab the item, bring it out.
Put it in the bin and all that.
Hopefully they have somebody checking stuff, but
yeah, I think that because they used to have just humans walking around and grabbing all the stuff out of the
they still have some
bins.
But now they're almost getting run over by some of those robots.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
And they got like robot forklifts, you got robot all that stuff.
Again, not to just belabor the Florida trip, but there was a situation where we were talking about that exact thing.
Oh yeah,
because there was the dry dock that had all the boats up in a filing cabinet, and it was the forklift, and it was on this secured grid.
Yeah,
and there was a guy operating it, but I said, his job could be in danger, because why do you need a person when you could just have AI? Just scan a little QR code, pick up the boat,
right?
Done. And it's really cool how they store boats there, by the way.
So it's like a grid. It's like a big stack.
It's just like if you think about your shoe storage units where you have just a bunch of cubes. They do that with little boats, and they have to be they can be no more than a certain length,
sure,
and obviously a width and everything else. But they just have a big forklift that just comes. They have 2 dock areas. You pull the thing in, they make sure it's in the right spot, and then they turn on the forklift, and some guy just brings it up carefully. Zip, 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 gone.
How do you feel about that if they say you go into a parking garage?
Do that with cars?
Yeah, and you have an AI parking garage.
No, because you're going to break my fenders.
You think you would? You think you'd mess it up?
Yeah, they'd mess it up. Unless it was an AI.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a fully like a parking garage that is fully robotic, that basically you just drive into a little box,
right,
and then you get out, and then it takes it to wherever it needs to store.
If it takes the box, that'd be cool.
Yeah, kind of like
I would do that.
Kind of like if it was a box, so you knew that it was secure around it. Because that's the thing is, other parking garages, what I hate is I will drive into
people.
The other people, because I'm like, ooh, there's a space. Nope. They parked on the line, so I can't even open my door. So I'm going to have to shift over, and it's going to totally mess everything up.
Have you been in one of those parking garages where they tell you where the open spots are? They have the little system. Where
it'll say like on this floor, there's 10 spots or something.
Airports have adopted them, some other large places, and it'll have like red light, green light. So you don't have to spend your time going around and around and around.
Spot up here.
It'll direct you to the right spot.
I have seen those. I think there needs to be more of those. But I am fascinated on how they do that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is fun.
But yeah, the ones, the reason I say that is because the ones that freak me out are like Chicago has them, and I know there are other places too. But it's like a cylinder, and you just see like the back of the cars. When you look up, you see this tower, and all you see the back of the cars. And I'm like, how do they even get up there?
Yeah, it would be really cool as if they had a big button you could press.
Yeah.
For no whammies, and we just spin the cars around.
No, I don't want that car. Yeah, it's like a dry cleaner. No, I don't want that car. No, I don't want that one.
No. The Ferrari, yes, that is mine.
I will take that one.
Yeah, you have the keys, right?
Because they have the car vending machines. They're starting to have those.
I want to see more of those.
Yeah. I would buy a car at a car vending machine.
It's the only problem they haven't figured out is the dropping. When it drops out into the bottom space.
Yep.
You got to pick it up.
You got to. Yeah. What if you get two at the same time? 2 cars at the same time? That'd be great.
Yeah. Deal.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. You're watching the WSJM Morning Show live stream on Facebook, YouTube, X, where you see exclusive behind-the-scenes content.
We have your Bloomberg Market Minute going on right now. I'm going to jump back into the show.
Okay.
There are now 10,000 union members working at Starbucks locations around the country. The tally by Bloomberg was reached by examining National Labor Relations Board data. Back in November of 2021, workers at 2 New York locations voted to join a union for the first time in the company's history. Since then, labor has prevailed in 423 of 514 elections involving Starbucks workers. A handful of big tech shares led yesterday's Wall Street sell-off, and the Nasdaq fell by nearly 1.2%. That was the worst of the 3 major averages. Futures are rising this morning. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Just about 7:30. It's Thursday, April 18th. April 10th?
What is it?
April 10th. Yes. I talk for a living, folks. Going to be mostly cloudy today, 30% chance for some rain and a high of 63. And then later on tonight, it's going to be cloudy and an 80% chance for some rain. So hopefully we get the Tiger game in. Low 45 for tonight.
Fantastic. And it's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
So we feel good because the weekend's right around the corner.
We've got a lot to get to here this morning. Let's jump in and find out what's happening in the news.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Here are some of the local stories that we're covering for you today. It happened last night. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission's Palisades Restart Panel had their first meeting to talk publicly about the ongoing evaluation of the facility that is located in Covert Township. The panel is comprised of NRC experts who will determine if Palisades is safe enough to be reopened. Restart Panel co-chair Jason Kozal said a nuclear power plant that's been shut down and then restarted has never happened. So Holtec International is going to have to demonstrate that it can be done and be done safely. People were there. About 100 attended the session last night at Lake Michigan College. Those opposed to the restart said the more than 50-year-old reactor was only intended to operate for 40 years and it should be shut down. They also are concerned about the safe storage of the spent nuclear fuel. Others who supported the restart said it's an economic plus for the region and it will mean more reliable electricity with fewer or no carbon emissions. An update on a story that we first told you about yesterday. After more than 4 hours of closed session spread over 2 days, the former city manager of St. Joseph, who now works over in Meridian Township, is resigning from his post after allegations of misusing public resources, creating a toxic work environment at the Meridian Township offices. As first reported by Lansing's Channel 6, Walsh was the target of an investigation that started last August, reviewing employee complaints about his management practices, distribution of benefits, and using township resources to allegedly benefit his personal consulting business. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 8 o'clock as well. And finally, actor Ernie Hudson. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the news. No. He
Ben Harbor native, nicest man.
Nice guy. He rented a local theater so that more than 90 students from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Southwest Michigan could see the new Ghostbusters movie.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. I hope they had popcorn.
Oh, I'm sure.
So we'll give you some details on that. But again, actor Ernie Hudson still giving back to his local community.
I like it.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf has sports for us in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher.
We should have Ernie Hudson on.
I know. Paul Mao
Do you know a
has
guy?
he knows. I'm pretty sure he has Ernie Hudson's number in the phone, in his phone. So, yeah, we can make it happen.
All right.
I mean, I can easily call in that favor, Paul. If you're watching, I will call in that favor because I help promote all of the stuff at the Ghost Light on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
So the least you could do. I mean, if we can just even get Ernie Hudson to jump on our live stream for one day,
I think he'd do that.
I'm sure. Yeah, promote what's going on, and of course, his giving back to the community as we're literally looking at robots on the television. There's a new robot. Oh, Boston Dynamics has one.
Boston
Nice.
Dynamics has that one, but the one I was talking about, they said, "Look out, Boston Dynamics."
Oh, really?
Ours is even better.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that was a company in the UK.
Yeah, Israel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. You a Quentin Tarantino fan?
I am a Quentin Tarantino fan. I think I've seen
all 9 of his movies.
I have not seen the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You've not seen that one?
No, I see it.
It took me a while to see that.
I see it on I can't remember what streaming service, but I've seen it pop up, and it's like, there's certain movies that you have to be in a certain mindset to watch.
Yeah.
Like there's a handful of ones, Dune being one of them, Dune Part 1 and 2.
You're behind
on those ones. And then also what is it? The Holdovers, that one that was nominated for an Oscar. It's Paul Giamatti. I want to watch that.
Was that a Quentin Tarantino?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But Quentin Tarantino movies, yeah, I've seen most of them, but not all of them.
Jackie Brown?
Bits and pieces.
Oh, you've got to see that.
I don't think I've watched it all the way through.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a
I
good one.
love that one.
Yeah, the Pulp Fiction,
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Was it The Hateful Eight?
Kill Bill, the Kill Bill movies.
Yeah, Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2.
Does that count as one movie?
No, that's 2.
Dang it.
I think that's 2
That
movies.
should be one movie. I mean, it's two-parter.
We could ask AI to make it one movie.
Yeah. Or just watch it all the way through. That's what I did.
He has said he's only going to do 10 movies. And there was movement toward the 10th movie. He had even started, I guess, talking with Brad Pitt about starring it because he's starred in some of his others.
Sure.
And it was
Inglourious Bastards, great one.
Inglourious Bastards was very good. The Movie Critic. That's what the movie was going to be called, The Movie Critic. But now there's news out that he's dropping that one. He's changed his mind. He's had a change of heart.
Oh, okay.
Any
hints on what the change of heart could be?
No. No, he simply changed his mind, is what some of the Hollywood rags were told. He was going to have Brad Pitt as the principal star.
Mm-hmm.
It would have marked their third teaming because they did Inglourious Bastards and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There were rumors that many of the stars from the casts of his previous films would take part.
Sure.
And Sony was preparing to make the film.
Okay.
But word is that Tarantino had rewritten the script, which delayed the start of production. And then finally he just changed his mind and said, no, this is not going to be my final film. He just wasn't happy with it.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a while. I think if we're going to be waiting for a little bit before I think he does the last one, because he's just so methodical in all of the things that he's done over the years.
Yeah.
That I think he's going to wait. I don't think he should wait too long.
Yeah.
Because, life is short, but it could be 10 years before you get the last Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah, I don't want to wait, but
this is a surprise to fans because The Hateful Eight was shelved for a period of time because I didn't know this. He gave a small group of actors the script of The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
And one of them shared it with their rep, who then shared it broadly, and it was shared online. And Tarantino felt betrayed. He got bent. He said, "No, we're not going to do it now." But then he came back and did it.
Do those Grindhouse movies that he made, does that count as a movie?
I think so.
Okay, because
I don't know if they count as one or two because it was released as a double feature.
Because he directed one, and I think Robert Rodriguez directed the other one.
Oh, is that
So
it?
Planet Terror and Death Proof.
Yeah.
I think
Those are
I
fun.
think Robert Rodriguez did Planet Terror, and I think Tarantino did Death Proof.
Okay.
Which Robert Rodriguez, by the way, one of my all-time favorite directors.
Oh.
He did Desperado and the El Mariachi. The El Mariachi was one of his first feature films.
I didn't know this. He did From Dawn Till Dusk.
Yep.
No, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
I love that one. That
And
was
he,
good.
Robert Rodriguez also did the Spy Kids movies.
Which is weird.
Weird, but good. If you watch those
love
movies
those.
and if you watch them for not only the cinematic purposes
Yeah.
to see how well it was done,
Yeah.
but also too, if you're a kid, you loved them. I mean,
Yeah.
I was still a kid when
Ricardo Montalban.
when that one came out, the original Spy Kids, I was still pretty young, so I
Yeah.
did watch it. I didn't see all the other ones.
What about Machete Kills?
Oh, the Machete movies,
Yeah.
so good. Danny Trejo, I feel
Yeah.
like would be the coolest dude to hang out with.
Oh boy.
He's a little scary,
Yeah.
but
I'm
I'm
thinking
sure
scary.
he is a fun dude to hang out with.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the nicest man in the world. But
I didn't
yeah.
know he did the Spy Kids.
Yep.
That's funny.
He's also
He did one of the films in four rooms.
Mhm.
That was fun.
Yep. That's a good one too.
That is.
And then he also has been tapped to direct a couple things with Mandalorian and also the Boba Fett. They did the Boba Fett series.
Okay.
He directed a lot of that stuff and produced it. So, yeah, one of my favorites.
Have you speaking of films and shows and stuff like that, have you watched any more of any of the American Horror Story? Because they've released the second half of the season finally.
Not this season.
It was
no.
delayed because of the actors and the writers strike.
I don't want to watch it because I don't really like Kim Kardashian.
Well, the funny thing is I think the strike improved her acting.
Really? She had some time to.
Well, she had some time to work on it.
Okay.
And because she came back in the first episode after the break.
Yeah.
And she seemed to actually be an actress. And she did well.
Okay. No,
But-
I have not watched that one. The last one I'm trying to remember the last one I watched. I watched the one that was what was it the one about the election? Where it was
yeah.
Was that wasn't Cult, was it?
I don't know.
Anyways, they all blur together.
Yeah.
Coven is still my favorite
Yeah,
one.
that was a
that
great-
was solid.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it was called Circus or not, but the one where they had the circus
Oh
troupe.
yeah. Ooh,
That was fun.
that was dark.
Dark,
man.
and they had the clown and stuff like that.
Yeah, a little creepy. But
Well, it is American Horror Story.
I love that actor. I always forget his
he's good.
name. He's got 3 names. It's like John Michael Carroll or something like that. Isn't that one?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Dwayne says Kim Kardashian's whole career has been an act. Yep.
A bad
Yep.
one at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
That's good stuff.
story. Was it called like Carnival or something like that? The clown one. What was it? The clown one.
He was Twisty the Clown.
Yeah, that guy.
And let's see.
man.
John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch.
Yep.
That was close. I get him mixed up with some of the country singers that have John Michael Montgomery.
Oh boy.
All those people, John and Jason Michael Carroll. Three names is too many.
You think?
Yeah. I understand why some people have the 3 names. A lot of actors a lot of times when the actors have 3 names,
Yeah.
it's because there is another actor that usually has their first and last name.
Yeah,
so
John Lynch.
they need to add the other one.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Speaking of food,
You hungry?
I am so excited because I get to try the chia today.
Oh yeah. So you've been experimenting with the chia.
I have not. Stephanie made it.
Okay.
And she sampled her creation yesterday and said it was delicious.
So she made it sort of like a pudding, right?
Yeah.
So
I
like
mean,
you just
milk and chia seeds and
seeds.
some seasoning and
What is she put some cinnamon or
I
something
forgot
in there?
to ask. Probably cinnamon. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of salt.
That'll be good. And I will tell you, that will fill you up.
Well, that's what she said. It's like it's stuck to her ribs.
Yeah, it
for half a
continues.
day.
It continues to expand and stick. Yeah,
Oh,
so
great!
Which
the
is
chia seeds are gonna get like beach
yeah.
balls.
You're gonna have a little plant growing inside of you because the
Like a
chia
chia?
pets. Yeah, that's what those are.
Oh boy!
Because you can do that. You could if you wanted to just take the chia seeds and spread them all on any kind of pottery or whatever, and you got a chia pet, homemade chia
fun.
pet.
That would be fun.
So
no,
the chia seeds are great to add in all kinds of stuff because of the fact that it fills you up so much. So you can have just a little bit of it, and you're good. You're good for a while.
Is that a superfood?
I believe so.
Or
I think they would
seeds.
count as a superfood.
Superfood.
All right, getting back to the show here in just a moment.
Yep, prompting claims that chia is a superfood. Superfood or super fad, somebody asks.
Oh.
Superfood or super fad.
.com.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies today. We'll see high temperatures right around 60 degrees. We'll see a slight chance of a shower briefly this afternoon. Most of the rain we'll see will happen tonight, 8 o'clock to about midnight tonight. We'll drop to 45. By Friday, we're back to a mix of the sun and clouds with high temperatures in the low 50s. We're in the upper 40s near 50 on Saturday. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email let's talk at WSJM.com. We are on our Facebook, YouTube, and X right now. If you want to come hang out with us over there, we'd love to have you. Get exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage of yours truly and Ken Lundberg.
Hello.
You won't usually stuff you won't see anywhere else.
That's right.
So yeah, check it out.
And now it lives on in perpetuity.
Yeah,
on the internet. So if you ever miss an episode or you want to go back and see some of the others, they're there on Facebook, YouTube.
Right.
I don't know if X stores them.
I don't know.
X, I feel like, doesn't have a good library system.
I haven't gone to X in quite some time.
Oh no!
Yeah, no,
really?
I don't go there. Yeah, I don't read.
Every now and again, I get
X.
lured into there because I get these little emails that say, "Hey, so and so said something on X. Go check it out."
I still haven't decided to do, even though it promotes it a million times on my Facebook and Instagram. I haven't done the threads. I'm like, stop trying to make threads happen, guys. It's not going well. Just let it be. Just let it just silently go away at some point.
I feel like threads just unraveled.
Yeah, it's just, I think it never really came together.
Ooh.
They didn't weave things. Anyways, moving on.
Wasn't really tailored for everybody.
We need the drum set in here.
Yeah. Rim shot.
Anyways, want to talk about some space related.
What?
Well, not space, but just unidentified, because they don't call them UFOs anymore.
No.
They call them UAPs, which
They're
remind us what UAP is.
Unidentified anomalous phenomena. And I'm glad you asked.
Phenomena.
Phenomena. I'm glad you asked because UFO stood for
unidentified flying object.
And if an object is unidentified and it doesn't appear to be of earthly origin and it's in the water, you really can't call it a UFO.
Right.
You have to call it a UAP, which is, this goes into the whole conspiracy theory of why they changed the name to UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomena. It's a catch-all term. It describes objects detected in the air, in the sea, and in space that defy easy explanation.
Makes sense.
That's the whole thing. But apparently in July of 2019, the USS Omaha recorded a UAP that buzzed a Navy fleet off San Diego. And what they say is it disappeared into the ocean without a trace.
Whoa, cool.
There's a video, and I watched it, and it's a video. And the video first released by Jeremy Corbell and verified by the Pentagon displays capability that they say, quote, jeopardizes U.S. maritime security, which is already weakened by our relative ignorance about the global ocean. That's according to oceanographer and retired Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet. He
Wow.
says the fact that the unidentified objects with unexplainable characteristics are entering U.S. water space and the DoD is not raising a giant red flag about it is a sign that the government is not sharing all it knows about all domain anomalous phenomena.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? So
Man.
basically, what the video shows is they're at the USS Omaha,
Mhm.
and the crew has spotted this, and they're videoing it, and they're saying, "Okay, it's about over here. It's over
Sure,
here.
sure.
It's just hovering. You see it over the water line,
Then disappears.
and then all of a sudden, there's this big commotion because they say splash, splash. Went in coordinates, and they went over
Yeah.
to check it out. They never found it.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Man.
So Gallaudet put out a strong warning message in a 29-page report for the Soul Foundation. That's a think tank that researches UAPs and their implications. And he says it's scientifically valid to explore these unexplained transmedium events involving objects displaying capabilities and abilities that have never been seen before. He says pilots, credible observers, and calibrated military instrumentation have recorded objects accelerating at rates and crossing air-sea interface in ways not possible for anything made by humans. You think about it, air and water, you just have a couple of different things there.
Right.
And if you're able to go, millions of light years, you can probably figure out how to get from one of those mediums to the other, no problem, without issue.
Yeah, I
that
can't
we
imagine.
experience.
I can't imagine an alien being like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Earth, but don't land in the water because it won't work." It's
Did
like,
you bring your swimsuit? No. Oh, we can't go there.
Did you bring the buoys to put on the spaceship so it can float?
I mean, you think about it, most of the Earth is covered by water anyway.
Right.
So if you're an alien checking it out, you're
Yeah.
going to be prepared.
You want an all-terrain vehicle.
An AT-UAP.
AT-UAP, exactly. Yeah, you know me.
The Department of Defense or NASA still haven't come to the table to explain the UFO that was seen in that 2019 video, and how the object was able to move fast and seemingly vanish remains a mystery.
Well, and there's been flybys and stuff by a lot of military as well.
And again, the Pentagon releasing all that information has done probably zero to explain any of it.
No.
It just brings up more questions.
And none of us have been really excited or pumped up or even surprised about this whole entire
Not
thing.
anymore.
They're like, "Hey guys, aliens exist." And we're like, "Duh. We knew." Give us something we don't know.
That's part of their plan.
Yeah, there was no big surprise when they're like,
they're
"Oh
getting
yeah,
us ready.
the
They're
big
getting us
hearing."
ready.
Yeah.
But,
I'll believe all of it when there's aliens flying over.
Maybe if we can get one on the morning show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to take our jobs. It's not AI we need to worry about. It's the aliens, man.
Exactly.
All right. We'll get to your Moody on the Market update in just a moment. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
What does it take to be one of the best places to work in Michigan's Great Southwest?
Moody on the Market update. And
Moody on the Market update.
2 minutes.
Doop, doop,
What we got going on over there?
Well, that's interesting. I see something pop up, and I don't know why that's there.
Didn't
we have some issues with this earlier in the week?
I don't know.
Last week. It was last week.
Okay. All right. How's everybody doing on our Facebook page? Jocelyn says she likes Threads better than X.
Oh,
she
she's
does.
on
She
Threads?
does have Threads. She does have the
Okay.
Threads, and she will read some stuff off of Threads every once in a while to me. And yeah, they're pretty funny and interesting. But yeah, it just has not seemed to take off like X. Well, X isn't really taking off either. They're kind of on that downward spiral as well. A lot of things unraveling over there. But yeah, I mean, what I don't like I think the reason why I don't have Threads is that I hate that it's being shoved down my throat.
Do you get the little notifications in Instagram that say, "Hey, you have new followers on Threads"?
Yep. I started to get that, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm scrolling and all of a sudden I see something and it's like, "Oh, read more." And I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And then it's like, boom, this is on Threads.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, man. Thought it was you disguised it as a Facebook or Instagram post, and it's all of a sudden it's Threads.
Run me over. We're going to talk about state conducting survey on travel habits.
Oh, Okay.
in our next Moody on the Market update.
All right. We'll get to that in about 15 seconds. Stand by. Here we go.
Radio Studios on Napier Avenue, 2 doors down from Signature Toyota. Visit our showroom or shop our online store today.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, you can find it at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. It is things are heating up. Put your hands together and what are you building a fire over there? What's going on?
Just rubbing my hands together, getting ready for the Moody on the Market update.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready for like a jazz thing. All right. Your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And the Michigan Department of Transportation is kicking off a household travel survey that will provide information needed to set transportation priorities, they say, for the next 20 years. MDOT's Katie Beck tells us that My Travel Counts surveys were started back in 2004, with the last one done in 2015. They say, yeah, it's time for another one. She expects it'll find some changes in travel habits since that last one was reported.
She says, we've seen different modes and different purposes show up, but especially in recent years, we suspect that there's a lot of changes that we have been able to capture without having this survey. Like we see reports across the country of greater work from home and maybe people taking trips at different times of the day. But this survey can really give us some one-to-one comparison data on that.
And if you get the survey, we encourage you to fill it out. MDOT is going to randomly select households to be invited to take part in the survey. Those who are selected will receive a letter by mail with the specific instructions. For the survey period, they'll log their travel information using an app, a website, or by phone. The agency is looking to survey 14,000 people over the next 2 years.
Okay.
And Beck says the information gathered will enable MDOT to better plan the state's roads and other modes of transportation. And, for commercial purposes, I think people would be interested in that as well.
Yeah.
To understand, where's my audience? Where are they going? Where have they been? Where can I, talk to them and reach them most?
Yeah. And maybe it'll prepare communities too. When you say like, oh, well, we're seeing a large uptick in this travel, so maybe prepare for this. Because, a lot of times communities always think, oh, well, a lot of people are going to be traveling this holidays and these are when the hours of our business should be open. So it could shed some light on a lot of different things.
Yeah. So we have more on that survey and a link to find even more information. It's posted right there at moodyonthemarket.com.
If I take the survey, do I get fun and fabulous prizes or parting gifts?
You get to travel on your schedule.
It'd be like, you get a piece of Michigan roads. We're just going to send you a
that would
piece
be
of
fantastic.
asphalt.
Yeah.
Just an asphalt box.
They can keep that.
Yeah. All right. Well, check that out and more at moodyonthemarket.com and the app. Download that for free in your app store today and check out the fresh new moodyonthemarket.com. Your update is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. Rich Brand and Tarek Halsey of IMS Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners agency in St. Joseph and Niles. Had a little tickle going. Blech. All right.
That post that I called out. So in case you haven't been keeping track, the Moody on the Market website migration has been a challenge.
Yep.
To say the least.
We should have got AI involved.
Maybe AI was involved. Maybe they were too involved.
Oh.
But anyway, there was I just talked to our tech team and they said, oh yeah, that post you're seeing there that doesn't have any content in it, that was a mistake.
Whoops.
That was part of the dummy thing. It shouldn't be there.
Interesting.
So I'm just trashing it. Let's see if that worked.
Thanks everybody that's been watching this morning.
Yes.
We did fix those technical difficulties. And how did we fix it, you ask? Didn't really do anything. I did make some modifications with some things and clicked
on the
a
echo
couple
stuff.
Things. Yeah, for the echo issue.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I don't know what caused the issue.
Okay.
My guess is there was some sort of reset with some things, and things were shuffled over. But I double checked and clicked some things earlier or late yesterday morning and then earlier this morning, and I think I fixed it.
There are CI people, continuous improvement people out there going, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. You got to document.
Yeah,
got to do the right thing. No, I'm glad you fixed
no,
it.
I
sure
was
our audience
actually
is glad,
thinking
too.
about it not only yesterday when I was trying to fix it at night because I didn't have a chance to test it, but like even driving in the car, I was like, input one, like all of these different things in my brain were going. There's like a beautiful mind. You should have seen it.
Did you have little red threads?
Yeah,
in your car?
Yeah, exactly. All over the place. Yeah. But I was trying to figure it out in my brain and I was like, no, I think that's what this is supposed to be. So I double checked this morning and it appeared to have worked. I didn't have a chance to test it because that's when you not only want to document the process, but you want to test and
Absolutely
retest.
Absolutely.
I did not have a chance to do the test, so it was just a dry run this morning,
and it worked.
Seemed to work well.
It did.
We'll try the whole thing again tomorrow. But you guys have a great day. Enjoy the sun while it lasts because there is going to be some clouds rolling in later tonight. So just be mindful of that.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you.
All right. Have a great day.